get to do this again. Okay, it's more fun than it looks, I promise. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be going over my TBR picks for the month of February. So yeah, let's get into it. The way that I like folded this impossibly small feels like rage bait for my future self. Okay, so the one that I got is actually a book that I'm reading right now. And I just picked this one up because I had just finished The Night and the Moth at the end of January, and afterwards I was kind of in the same vibe, so I wanted to do The Second Death of Locke. So far it's so good. I'm almost halfway through. I started it today. So good. I think it is a little bit different than what I'm used to, but I'm still enjoying it. Just kind of caught me by surprise. I will say, I do not hear people say this when they talk about how good it is. It's gory. Definitely lots of grief going on and violence, etc. So just know that going into it. It's not going to be like The Night and the Moth if you were like me and you were like, oh, sounds like it's along the same vein. I'll try it. You should brace yourself. But I'm going to pick another one since I'm already reading this one for February. Okay. Oh, it took me a second to put book to title. I don't know why. This book is actually pretty popular. Let me go get it. I don't know how I feel about it. So I ended up getting The Conditions of Will. Also, you guys probably know this, but the same author wrote, it says it, I swear it does, Magnolia Park's universe. She wrote that stuff as well, which I hear is quite good, but I haven't read it yet. I know I should. But let me tell you what it's about. So, London-based Georgia Carter, professional lie detector and body language savant, has long been estranged from her infuriating, close-minded, wealthy South Carolina family. When their father dies suddenly, Georgia returns to the States for the funeral, where she comes face to face with Sam Penny, her brother's AA sponsor. When their father's will reveals a surprising bequest to a mysterious stranger, Georgia's ability to read people becomes crucial in unraveling her father's hidden past. There are only so many cracks a damaged family can take before it shatters. I'm not really sure how I feel about getting this one to be picked. I'm excited because... Wait, pause. I'm partially excited because I hear such good conversations surrounding it. I'm on the fence about being excited too because I feel like a majority of the people that I hear discuss it and love it love the Magnolia Parks universe. Those are the people that gravitate towards this book. I also can't think of a book that I've read or that I have on my shelves that's similar to this, but it could be good. The romance might have me flipping the pages out of curiosity. I know shaking it around doesn't really do too much because it's whatever. Okay, let's see. Fuck. This is gonna be Empire of the Vampire. I'm curious about it. Let me go get it so you guys can see. It's pretty popular too, I feel like. But where is she? In case you couldn't tell, my shelves are like not actually super organized. I actually don't see the book though. That's kind of awkward. I know I have it. I'm pretty sure I have it. Oh, I see it. She's thick. They're both kind of thick. So this is Empire of the Vampire. Love the flop to her. Kind of excited about that. It's gorgeous. And also, FYI, I believe either the sequel or the third book has come out. So if you're wanting to continue the series, I think it should be out. It has been 27 long years since the last sunrise. For nearly 3 decades, vampires have waged war against humanity, building their eternal empire even as they tear down our own. Now only a few tiny sparks of light endure in a sea of darkness. Gabriel de Leon is a silver saint, a member of a holy brotherhood dedicated to defending realm and church from the creatures of the night. But even the Silver Order could not stem the tide once daylight failed us, and now only Gabriel remains, imprisoned by the very monsters he vowed to destroy. The last Silver Saint is forced to tell his story. A story of legendary battles and forbidden love, of faith lost and friendships won, of the wars of the blood and the forever king, and the quest for humanity's last remaining hope, the Holy Grail. It sounds really good. It sounds amazing. I kind of want to pick one more just for shits and giggles because I think I had the perfect amount for January. It'd be nice to do another one. So maybe I'll do a third one that's kind of like just like a lightly there. Like if I get to it, I get to it, not too much pressure, you know? But Empire of the Vampire and The Conditions of Will be like my main squeeze. I'm gonna lock in and focus on these two, and then the third one will just be there if it's there. Oh my god. The third book is gonna be The Night Circus. I don't know, I'm kind of nervous, but I think I know where that one is too. Yep, spotted in their natural habitat. Let me just tell you what it's about, and let me stop yapping. I have to make sure I can breathe before I start because my allergies are all out of whack. The circus arrives without warning. No announcements precede it. It is simply there, when yesterday it was not. Behind the scenes, a fierce competition is underway. A duel between two young magicians, unbeknownst to them both. This is a game in which only one can be left standing. Amidst the high stakes, Celia and Marco soon tumble head first into love, setting off a domino effect of dangerous consequences and leaving the lives of everyone, from the performers to the patrons, hanging in the balance. I think it sounds amazing. Guys, anything with romance, I'm sold. I don't need anything else. And I don't know what that says about me. I don't know if it's a red flag. I don't know what that says about my standards when it comes to reading. But anything with romance, I'm there. If a book doesn't have romance, I find myself getting bored. And I don't know if that's a bad thing, but it's just how my brain works. And it's not to say that I never read books that don't have romance. It's just this right here, this is my home. I will always come back to here. This is it. It's gonna be The Will of the... Oh, I don't know why I was about to say The Will of the Many. Whew, I just finished the book. It's gonna be The Night Circus, Empire of the Vampire, and The Conditions of Will. If you guys are interested in watching more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe. And if you feel like it, if you're feeling generous enough, you can comment down below and like the video. But only if you want to. No pressure. But let's get started. Let's get to reading. Bye. Okay, you guys, so I kid you not, I was flipping through the pages of The Conditions of Will, and at first when I was reading it, I was like, why does everybody love this author? Like, what is so good? And that was me, I kid you not, 5 to 20 pages in. I flipped like one more page and I'm locked in. Laser focus, blinders on, staying up until 4 in the morning to finish it. It is that good. And I don't know if I'm like easy to please or if it's just like super enjoyable. I couldn't tell you. I think the characters are genuinely just super interesting. And Sam Penny, he is just like a good standard. Ride or die for his girl, completely understanding, supportive of her family to a point, good with boundaries, and genuinely just wants to get to know her and is obsessed with everything about our main character. Maybe I am easy to please, or maybe my standards are so low. Okay, but yeah, love The Conditions of Will, and I have a more in-depth review toward the end of this video. Yes, baby, yes. So, you'll see that in a second. Okay, let me give you guys an update for The Conditions of Will. So basically, in case you couldn't tell from what I just went over, I'm loving it. It's so good, but I will say, y'all need to read the trigger warnings. I am not brand new to this, and even I was taken aback. I was like, that's crazy. That's bizarre. But with that being said, despite it all, somehow this author has convinced me to read the rest of it. I am gonna add this author's other books to my TBR. I'm gonna buy them eventually, but I need to read more books from my physical TBR. But so good. Just please read the trigger warnings for everything that is good and everything that is holy. Please read the trigger warnings. I will say too, you should only read this book if you're like in the mood for something crazier than Gossip Girl, I would say, because I feel like Gossip Girl is stretched out between so many seasons. Like, we're getting crazy nights, yes, every now and then, but like that drama would take a lot of time to unfold. The drama within here did occur somewhat before where we are in the book, but everything comes crashing down in this one story. So that's what makes it like a little bit more like roller coaster, like somebody like who is driving the boat, like, get me off this thing, it feels like we're gonna crash, you know, like that's what it's giving. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I would recommend this. I've been trying to tell everybody that I know to fucking read this book, and all of them are fucking illiterate. None of them read. Makes me so mad because I know they would like this because their lives are like this. They would eat this up. They'd be like, she gets it. But they just don't want to read. But yeah, I've been telling everybody. I even told my boss to read this book. That's how bad I want people to read it. So if you take anything from this video, take me on my hands and knees begging you to read this book. That's it. See you guys soon. Bye. Also, I know you've probably seen her. This sticker moves over. Sometimes like imagine her like more in the center, but this is her. This is my pink Kindle. She's so cute. I love also, I think the cases, no, the stickers are sparkly and it like, you can't really see it that well right now, but it's so cute. And then look at that team, whoever the villain is, this potion thing. Look at that, that's me. That's me right there. Ah. And then this, so cute. And then the peach has a little handprint on it, you know? And then the bookworm, adorable. And then this is me too. That's me. And then look at this, look at this, look at this. Look at those dogs. Happiness prescription. And then you guys, you know who's right next to me right now? Just to say hi. Yeah, exactly. Happiness prescription. Okay. She's tired. But yeah, look at that. Slow burn. Heard that right. Okay, sorry. Let's get back to it. Bye. Okay, the lighting is absolutely atrocious right now, but I'm providing you with an update. So currently I am driving to my friend's to watch Summer House. Really good reality TV show, just saying. It's like very chilled. Like if you're like used to watching, I can't even think of like a good comparison. You know like how, it's like, guys, I swear I know ball. Let me think, 1 second. Florida Bama Shore, you know how like they're very like reminiscent of, what is that show called? Jersey Shore. You know how they're reminiscent of them, like they're like partiers, sometimes they're like a little bit ditzy, they still have like a little bit of love, a little bit of like romance, like that. This show is like a watered down version of that, but it's still giving like authentic because it's not super forced. Like you have girls that are laying in bed all day because they just don't want to do anything. And my friend put me on and she told me, and I'm telling you guys this, start from season 3. Because like you don't really need season 1 or season 2 unless you're like a die-hard fan. But yeah, start from season 3. And the update that I really meant to give you is that I am loving, I cannot think right now. I think it's because I need food and potentially sleep and potentially a lot of other things. But fuck, what is it called? The Magic Circus. I'm currently loving it. I have no notes. I love how, pardon me, I love how the author is able to like move the story forward without like using too many words. We're getting like something that most authors would take 3 pages to say within 1 sentence. It's good. I love that. I think it makes it feel like it moves faster. Right now in the beginning we're going slowly through the kids' story, like their upbringing a little bit. It's like we're getting the background information for them, which is kind of cool. I feel like I'll know them better than like I normally would than if we had just started somewhere random. But yeah, that's it so far. Thank you so much for watching. I am gonna provide you guys with a little recap because I feel like I was all over the place. Okay, I have my like notes here. This one's like really short because I was just so caught off guard by everything going on in the story. I'm gonna start with the Night Circus because it's right here. I like this book, but I don't love it. I feel like for me the problem was that I kept picking it up and putting it back down, and sometimes I would get into modes where I felt like I was in a trance, put into a trance by the story, but then I would so quickly be pulled out of it that it had me not really super in love with it. I don't like when books are putting me in, pulling me out, pulling me in, pulling me out. It kind of just makes me feel like, oh, I'm reading a book instead of like, oh, I'm living in a story. One thing that I loved 10 toes down is the fact that the book reads like a dream. You know, like when you're dreaming and you're just getting like fragments of pictures and stories and images. That's kind of how it felt to read this. We're getting bits and pieces and the timeline is all scattered around. Some of them are even layered, so you're getting a lot of things happening at once. So I loved that it felt like a dream. I think that was a really, really cool concept, but I didn't love the fact that it kind of had the effect of pulling me out the story. You know, like when you wake up from a dream for a second and you're like, oh, I was dreaming. You know, like it has that effect, like you're too aware of what's going on at some points and then not aware enough at others. That was what had me not loving it as much as I could have. I definitely thought there was more romance, and I will say I like the romance, but I liked it more at the end. I feel like the middle and I kind of want to say the beginning, the build-up, it felt like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the build-up, I would have preferred it personally if it was more gradual, and it was not gradual. It felt like they like caught each other's eye and it was love at first sight, or like interest at first sight. And I know there were things going on behind the scenes in terms of like what they were feeling for each other and their connection that they felt, and it was definitely expressed well in the book. It just wasn't for me. It's just personal preference on how I prefer my romances to be. Not to say that I don't love just like a quick one night stand in my smut books, but for this, the way that the story was being told and how much we're supposed to feel like the characters would live and die for each other, it didn't feel like I was getting enough from like the opportunities the book had to give more. Does that make sense? Hopefully that doesn't sound like crazy, but that's it. And then, oh my god, let's see. For Empire of the Vampire, this book is not a horrible book. Like, it's not like I'm like gonna go throw it outside and light it on fire and dance on its grave. It's not a bad book. It's just not the book for me. I ended up DNFing it just because it's kind of like a similar thing to the Night Circus, but just worse in the sense of like I'm getting pulled out of the story. When you're reading this book, you have the main character telling his personal life story to a historian, so that was pulling me out. And then also I think I genuinely just thought I didn't love the way the story was told. It had so much potential, the concept was so cool. I was like, I'm here, this sounds right up my alley. But then as I'm reading it, I'm like, I don't care about what's happening. I'm not interested at all in the going-ons of this society, this world. I felt so bad because it had so much potential, but it just was not for me. I even like remember a few times when I would crave the feeling that the book was providing me, but then as soon as I would pick it up, I just lost the feeling so quick I would set it right back down, and it's getting me down. I almost fell into a book slump because of it, so like I just let it go. And then kind of sort of saving the best for last, The Conditions of Will, 5 stars. When I first started it, I was like, why does everybody love this book? Like, it can't be that good. Tell me why. I literally, guys, I was gagged. I was like, oh my god, Sam Penny? Sam Penny? like please, like he was so fucking like, I don't even know, like if you asked me to describe his character now, I don't even think I could like be like, yeah, like he's just so amazing. Like he's genuinely just like a regular guy who's like caring and understanding and like is like, he keeps you top of mind. And I think what genuinely sold it wasn't even majority the romance, but really just like how real the characters and the people were. Like, yes, some things felt a little bit exaggerated, a little bit dramatic, but like they're telling a story and it felt like I was there. I kid you not, I'm in that dining room, legs crossed, and I'm like, wow, so she really said that to her own daughter. She really said that. Guys, if you needed like a reason to read this book, hear me now. I'm begging you on my hands and knees, read that book. I feel like I just want to you know what I'm saying? Like, it's good. And like what's crazy too is that like I obviously don't remember every single little thing about the book, but I do remember how it made me feel. And although there are a million kajillion trigger warnings going on, I still had a great time reading the book. I was still flipping the pages as fast as possible. I probably lost a good bit of sleep over this. It's probably like when I was doing my all-nighters. And I am sorry, I'm speaking so far in the past tense because I am giving this update kind of late, but that's basically it. We have one 5-star read, The Conditions of Will. We have one DNF, The Empire of the Vampire, and then one average read, super unfortunate because I'm so looking forward to it, The Night Circus. All good within their own right, all completely different vibes, and then all super interesting. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye!